we're back on the Coach Rowe Show. I am Coach Rowe. And my man Iggy from the Iggity Biggity.
What's going on, Rowe?
Armand, my co-host, man. Looking good today with the Duckets gear.
Oh, yeah, what's up with it?
Man, Devon Belly, man. That was a great interview. Great kid. Great kid. Well, right now, we have another great interview with a San Diego basketball legend. We're going to flip it up a little bit here. Legend from the Who Ride. Okay? My man, Jay Dee Luster.
All right. Appreciate it.
Jay Dee, man, you have made a great career out of it, man, basketball. But you also did play football, right?
Yeah, played football all my life until my sophomore year in high school.
And, somebody probably sat you down and said, "Hey, man, you're too good at basketball."
Yeah, my high school coach was trying to. He wanted me to stop playing immediately, but it was kind of hard for me to give up because growing up, football was like my first love. That's what I love to do. I feel like I was better at football for a long time. Yeah.
Man, what position?
I played running back.
Oh, man. Wow, I would love to see that.
You imagine?
God.
5 cue balls in a row.
5 cue balls?
Me, Todd Doxey, Corey Trisby.
Oh, man.
All on the same team.
Rodney
Hill was our coach.
Oh, my God.
No wonder why.
Oh, my gosh.
Man. Trisby.
Definitely.
All right, together, yeah.
Doxey, man, that was a big loss, my man.
Yeah, that was my best friend since we was 7 years old.
Wow.
7 years old, grew up together.
Man.
Same basketball team, same football teams.
All the way up through high school.
Yep, that was my brother.
Wow. Man. Yeah, in the city, man, you have a brother, that's your family.
Yeah, that's his mom. I was just with his mom and dad yesterday.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah, that's my family.
Right on, man.
Definitely.
Man, that was a great loss tragedy. Yeah. So tell me about those Ollie Golston, Who Ride, Jay Dee Luster years. I mean, that was some teams.
Yeah, we put together some good years, had a good run. Before we got to Hoover won 6 games.
Wow.
My first year there, we won 28 and went to the CIF championship.
28.
I've been knowing Ollie since I was 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie was Todd and my basketball coach growing up at AU.
Mm-hmm.
So in 8th grade, he wanted to coach us. So he started applying for high school jobs, and he got the Hoover job, and that's how we ended up at Hoover.
That was a great pick, man. Hire him, man.
Yeah,
you guys the gym was rattling.
Yeah,
every game.
Yeah, every game. Screaming, crazy fans. Well, what was it? Some of your teammates in those teams in that run you guys had.
Well, Todd Doxey, obviously. A guy named Mark Hall who went to play at Long Beach State, who passed away in a car accident. Right. We had a guy named Kenneth May who went by Scooter.
Oh yeah, Scooter.
We had a lot of guys on our team, and we was a team. We all did it collectively, so that's what really made us. We was scrappy, we was tough. Mm-hmm. We pressed the whole game. We just got after it. Nobody cared who got the credit. We just was all brothers, and that was the most important thing about it.
Man, these guys play defense, bro.
Yeah.
They play defense. You can't win a game you can't win a championship without defense.
Yep. And that was something that, Ollie pressed every day, and that was a staple in our program was defense. And we knew if we locked up, then it would lead to easy baskets. And we loved playing defense. We loved the fact that guys had trouble scoring against us, and we was running up the score on people. So
you probably loved it when you play them guys with like a 25-point game or 25-point scores a game guys.
Yeah.
Shut them down.
At that time, Todd was like our defensive specialist, so he was guarding those guys. And we by the time my junior year came around, we was playing on a national schedule, so we wasn't really just playing in San Diego. We was playing in Delaware. We was playing in St. Louis. We was playing against like Lance Stevenson. We was playing against all these guys that's in the NBA now. We played against.
Now, how big was that in transitioning into college? I mean, with all the travel and
I think it was huge. I was a guy that I played travel ball in the summer, so I was at the Nike All-American camps. I was at all the big showcases. I was playing against the Derrick Roses. I was playing against all these guys. Okay. So when I got to college, it was an easy transition because I've been playing against these guys for 4 or 5 years.
You knew how to balance everything.
Summers. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you went from 6 wins to 28. What does Ollie Golston do? I mean, what do you think changed the whole scheme of Who Ride from 6 to 28?
I think honestly, me and Todd and guys like Corey Trisby and the guys that came over there, we're used to winning. we won in Pop Warner. We won growing up, so we had a winning DNA about us, and we didn't know nothing else. So we didn't come there to lose. So right away, we put our imprint on the program, and we brought that to practice, and eventually, I feel like guys followed, and they just accepted that this is how it's gonna be.
Winning DNA, Iggy. Wow, blew my mind, brother. So then, colleges. I mean, obviously you're not 6'4" or anything, but they started calling. I mean, so and then how many? You chose was it New Mexico State?
I chose New Mexico State. Reggie Theus, who played in the NBA for a long time, he was a head coach there, and I've been on Reggie since I was like 11 or 12 years old. An AU team I played for out of LA called Southern California All Stars, who guys like Tyson Chandler played on that team, Kevin Love, Brandon Jennings, the list goes on. And he was the head coach of the AU team when I was young, and I was like the little ball boy. I was hanging around him. So I just been knowing him forever, and I still talk to Reggie all the time, and I just felt comfortable with him. That's why I went to New Mexico State.
So how'd it go over there in New Mexico State?
Well, when I got there, Reggie got hired with the Sacramento Kings. So right when I got there, he took the job with the Kings as a head coach. So I didn't actually get to play for him. A new guy came in named Marvin Menzies, who actually is still there, who's a great guy. I played for him my freshman year. So I ended up transferring to Wyoming just because, I signed with Reggie and there was a familiarity there, and I just wanted to go somewhere where, I was recruited. I was comfortable with somebody that wanted me, not somebody who necessarily inherited me. Right. Even though Menzies was a great guy, and I still have a lot of respect for him.
Great recruiter.
Yeah, he's big time. He was at San Diego State.
Right.
Yeah.
And with Fisher.
Great recruiter over there also.
Yeah.
So the Wyoming years, I mean, you guys, it's tough. It's tough to play up there.
Yeah, the altitude, 7,200 feet. I like to tell people, people always talk about Denver being a mile high. Yeah. Well, Wyoming, where I was at, is a mile higher than Denver. So
a mile higher.
Yeah, a mile higher than a mile high. So
wow.
But it was definitely an advantage. Guys coming in there and we pressing and we getting up and down. And, guys, if you're not used to altitude, I don't care what kind of shape you're in, you gonna feel it. So like. We would play the San Diego States, and we would play against like Malcolm Thomas and Tyrone Shelley guys from here. I mean, we'd be at the free throw line. We'd be talking, and I don't know how y'all do it out here.
You can't get acclimated in one day.
No, you
can't get acclimated early.
And guys, coaches, as far as schematics and planning, they plan accordingly. Like guys don't play as many minutes as they might usually play when they come there because they take the altitude into consideration. So it's definitely a mental advantage too.
So what was your first time like up there, playing in Wyoming, practicing, running around?
I remember on my recruiting visit, we played open gym, and I played with the guys and stuff. And we played like the first game. I mean, we was going up to 11. It was probably 4-3 at this point in time. I got a headache, my eyes hurting, my nose is running. Like, man, what's going on?
Checking your phone for the next flight out of there. Man, I gotta catch my breath.
Yeah, I definitely. One thing I say this because we was talking about Todd earlier. When on my visit, I had no intentions on going to Wyoming. Mm-hmm. Like I got there, it's nothing there.
Nothing there.
Middle of nowhere. It's Wyoming. And the altitude, I just did that. So I get back to the hotel after I got done playing, and I was talking to Coach Holly on the phone, like, man, I don't know. This is the same for me. And he got off the phone with me and called Todd. Had Todd call me. So Todd was like, man, you got to go there. You got to do it. Like, it's a good spot for you. The point guard they got now is a senior. You're going to run the show next year. And Ollie knew he was the only person that could get through to me.
Yeah.
So once I hung up with Todd, it was done. I was going to Wyoming. That was my last time talking to him. My last time talking to him was him telling me to go to Wyoming. So,
wow, that's a big impact right there.
Yeah.
What other schools were recruiting you after New Mexico State?
After New Mexico State, it was like Fresno State, Creighton, places like that.
And then you learned, I mean, obviously you ended up falling in love with Wyoming and the whole thing. Well, I mean, what was the atmosphere like in basketball games? I know they got a good fan base,
fans
good crowd.
Crazy. You're the show in town.
Yeah.
The only university in the whole state of Wyoming So, you know, the fans love you, they cherish you, they drive 8-9 hours to come watch you play. I mean, you're the NBA team for them. So, it was big time, a good experience.
And this is Mountain West, right?
Mountain West.
Yeah. Same league as San Diego State.
I'm a San Diego State fan. I went to San Diego State and everything. And when we go over there, and we watch the games on TV. When we play Wyoming, I was like, all right, we got Wyoming. This is Wyoming of old. And then they're like, Jay Dee Luster with a dish. Jay Dee Luster with a shot. I go, man, how did we not get this guy?
Yeah, I know.
You're probably wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
Because
it was better for me to leave.
Yeah.
Anyway, like looking back, it was probably the best thing for me. I was able to get away and go to Wyoming where there wasn't any distractions. I could just focus on academics and focus on, playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It was a blessing. I left there with 2 degrees, and
wow,
I wouldn't have done it if I would have went anywhere else. So,
man, really got you focused.
Absolutely.
Helped you grow up.
I mean, there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I got there and started, really liking school. There was nothing else to really do.
What major?
My first degree was social science. My second degree was criminal justice.
Wow.
2 years ago, I got a master's degree from the University of Arizona, educational leadership.
I was shocked when I saw your name on that coaching roster.
Yeah,
that is great, man.
Yes, sir.
Top program. I mean, last year, how did Arizona? Or you were there 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago. Last year, I was at Bradley University.
That's right.
Illinois.
Okay, how was that?
It was good. I liked it. I learned a lot. I was a director of basketball operations, so it was a different side of college athletics.
Okay.
I got to see the ins and outs of actually running a program from behind the scenes, and I got to be involved in a lot of that stuff. So I think it'll be a good learning tool. So for eventually, if God blessed me with being a head coach, I think I would be better suited for it because I know how to run a program from being in that position.
Wow.
So after Wyoming, how did that happen to Bradley in Arizona?
After Wyoming, my college coach at Wyoming knew Sean Miller really well from Arizona. And also Angelo Cho, who went to Hoover after me, was on his way to Arizona.
Right.
And so Ali, developed a good rapport with Sean through that process of him recruiting Angelo. So between my college coach and Ali, they helped me get to Arizona. And I did that for 2 years and went to Bradley.
Wow.
Learned a lot of stuff.
Sean Miller is unbelievable. I learned a lot as a coach, as a man. I mean, best 2 years of my life is being around him and him being able to mentor me and just learn the game from him. He's, in my opinion, he's the best in the game.
Wow. Yeah. So going back to the Wyoming, when you guys played it, it's a Mountain West, which is what, San Diego State,
UNLV, New Mexico,
Utah State now.
Utah State now.
Yeah.
Then it was BYU with Jimmer Fredette.
Was Utah in there when you were there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Utah was there early. We were a top 5 conference in the country at that point in time. We had five. We had 1 year 6 teams go to the tournament. The other 2 5.
I mean,
so
New Mexico, UNLV.
A lot of pros in the league at that time.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, a lot of guys. So.
There wasn't one gym in that league that was an easy win.
That's what, after being in Arizona for 2 years and being in Mountain West, as far as like atmospheres and stuff like that, the Mountain West is by far the best. There's the pit at New Mexico is crazy. San Diego State is crazy. Yeah. BYU 23,000 crazy.
Wow. UNLV.
UNLV is crazy. I mean, the road games in the Mountain West is by
no
far.
Joke.
Yeah, Colorado State is sold out every night. So.
If you're a C-level team, you've got to go to BYU, Colorado State, Wyoming.
What was the biggest game for you that you would say in college? Like you just, walked in and was like, I'm about to just kill it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was
the biggest game for me was my first game against San Diego State.
Wow. First game was against San Diego State?
No, it wasn't the first game. It was my first game. Against them at our place. Just because it was like the hometown team.
Yeah.
You had all that stuff that went into it. And that was for me walking to that game. We actually won. I hit a buzzer beater with it.
So, I remember they like, damn, I should have got this guy. I should have got this guy.
Steve Fisher's done an unbelievable job. I respect what he's done.
Hell yeah.
So much. I remember growing up and going to San Diego State games. If you got 3,000 people there, that was a lot. Now
Sports
you go,
arena
it's the
and-
hottest ticket in town.
Yeah.
He's done an unbelievable job, and I mean, he's recruited his butt off.
Wow, that's amazing.
What are some of the non-conference games? I'm sure you guys played big time schools.
Well, my second college game was at Duke.
Oh my God!
So,
You can't get any bigger than that.
yeah, so it was crazy.
So you grew up in what area of San Diego?
I grew up in East San Diego.
East San Diego.
Yeah.
From East San Diego, you're over there playing Duke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is crazy. What an accomplishment.
Yeah, I moved around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
From East San Diego to North Park. My mom lived in Bay Vista for 3 years, so I was a little bit everywhere.
Yeah. What is your advice to these young guys that, you got 2 degrees and a master's, and like, what would you tell these young guys, they're all about basketball and stuff, but the academics is really key.
I tell young guys, just in regards to sports, is one day basketball is going to stop. Mm-hmm. One day football is going to stop. It's no longer going to be there. But your education and your degree, that's what you for the rest of your life, and that's going to be use sports as a resource, as a tool to be able to take care of the other things, and that's education, because that's something that it's always with you and you can always utilize.
You got skills to pay the bills.
Yeah, you got guys like Terrell Owens, and there's so many guys that played in the NBA and played in the NFL that they retired and the money has ran out, and now they work a regular job. So it's like, just get your degree.
Yeah.
Just get your degree. Don't go to school and not get it.
What was your mindset coming out of high school? I mean, because, a lot of guys coming out of high school, I mean, big-time athletes are thinking, I'm going to the pros, it's over, 1-2 years in college, and let me move on. What was your mindset?
I was blessed to have good people around me.
Mm-hmm.
My mom is unbelievable. She did a great job, and I had people around me who always kept me humble and taught me the value of humility and going about things the right way. So I was focused on getting my degree.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I mean, everything after that was a bonus.
Yeah.
If it happened, it happened. But I was going to get my degree.
Well, these kids, they all, I'm going to the NBA, and it's not, NFL has 7 rounds. It used to have 17, and then it was 12.
Yeah.
And they only have 7 rounds. NBA has 2 rounds, right?
60 picks.
60 picks.
And you got to take into consideration the guys coming from overseas.
Exactly,
so
the European.
Like, it's
and they
tough.
play a different game, right? They play.
And only 30 of them picks is guaranteed.
Guaranteed,
yeah.
So you got to be top 30 in the world, which is hard to do. So,
right.
I mean, don't bank on that. Bank on that degree.
That degree's always going to be there.
Yeah, seriously.
Because the European style of basketball is more like a team.
Mm-hmm.
They pass the ball.
It's more skilled. Yeah, it's
Dead
not as
shooting.
athletic. Yeah. I mean, even NFL. I mean, what they say NFL is stand for not for long.
Yeah, not for long. Not for
Guys,
long.
especially with the concussions and all the stuff going on now. I mean, you need your degree more than ever now.
Right.
You see guys all the time. They get in the NFL for 2-3 years, make a lot of money, and get out, retire early.
Right.
You got guys in the prime of their career like Willis from the 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
He one of the top linebackers in the league, but it's like there's so much more thought that goes into that now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Guys are, with all the concussions and stuff like that, it's like life after football.
Yeah, you got to think about it.
You got to think about it,
Did you think of playing overseas in Europe after college, or was that an option?
I was a guy that always wanted to coach.
Okay.
I always knew I wanted to coach at some point. So, growing up for me, coaches was like the father figures. Those were the guys that allowed me to dream. Those are the guys that helped give me hope, and I wanted to be there for somebody else. So, I always knew I wanted to coach. I wanted to get into coaching at some point. So, when I was playing, I was a guy that would be in the coach's office watching film with him, trying to already get a foot up.
Yep. Game plan.
Yeah, game planning. So. That's why I want to coach. I want to be able to be what somebody else was for me.
Now from Hoover, you go to New Mexico State to Wyoming, and then Bradley, right?
No,
Arizona,
Arizona,
and then Bradley.
2 years
And now you parlayed that to you did make it to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you doing now?
I'm involved with the player development program with the Dallas Mavericks.
Wow, that's just incredible.
Oh yeah.
I mean, your life, basketball, football, and then you had the two tragedies of your teammates. You know, and you just kept nose to the grindstone. And, you know,
I just, like I said, I've had my mom and the people around me. I made sure I always been surrounded by good people. I understand that God makes no mistakes. You know what I mean? So I can't question, you know, why he took Todd or why he took, you know, Mark Hall. You know, my job is to use my experience and what I experienced going through that to hopefully help somebody else one day if they ever go through an experience like that. If a player or somebody that I'm, you know, I gotta help keep Todd's legacy alive and just do everything I can do. You know, that's the motto I live by now. It's like I don't care what the world expectations for me, or I know what Todd expects from me, and that's what I live by.
Right. So when a kid has a problem and you say, hey, you know, I've been there, you have been there.
Absolutely.
And then with your experience, you can explain to them what to do and how to handle the situation.
Absolutely. So I just try to use it in a positive light now.
You know, with most kids, I'm kind of going back to your college days in Wyoming and New Mexico State. You know, a lot of guys, their first year out of high school into college and everything is always tough. How was it for you when you first got to New Mexico State? Homesick and...
Nah, I was never a guy that really got homesick. Like all my life, I've been traveling with sports, with basketball, going from state to state, and so I was used to being away, used to not being home. So it was second nature for me.
So able to adapt pretty quick and
I was
everything.
Initially, before I left, I was like, kind of like, you know, worried about leaving home. But once I left and came back and realized everybody is still doing the same thing, it was like, whatever.
Now in college, your schedule is pretty much mapped out from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, especially during season.
Yes,
so what was it like when you first got there? Like, what was your schedule like during basketball season?
During basketball season, you would wake up around 7 for weights. Right after weights, you probably have study hall for a couple hours. From study hall, you got class. After class, you usually going to get treatment or watch film. Then it's straight to practice. After practice, you usually have study hall or have a commitment academically. I mean, it's a full day.
Wow,
it's a full day. And that's why I think a lot of freshmen hit that freshman wall because it drains you. You're not accustomed to, this becomes a job immediately. High school and sports become a job.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest adjustment is, with the whole schedule and, you don't have that free time that you think you're going to have when you go to college and everything.
And everything gets harder.
Yeah.
From academics to, the demand of sports. And it's a business now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money being made off, college sports, and you gotta approach it accordingly.
Yeah, because if you're not winning,
you
got to get someone else in who can.
Absolutely.
And I mean, with the travel ball and everything, so that was a good adjustment for you. What do you think about like travel ball and for some of these kids who are playing, so many games during the summer? Some guys just can't adjust to all the work and.
I think it's all about how you utilize travel ball. I think for some people, I think it's a negative because I feel like all they're doing is traveling and playing a bunch of games. They're not really working on their craft. So I feel like you got to just have a good balance.
Yeah, you hear that. That's a big knock on AAU.
And it's like we go play a game right now and I lose. I still got a game tonight.
Yeah.
So it kind of it diminishes the value of winning a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I used to lose, I cried.
Yeah.
That's how important it was to me. Now these guys playing so many games, like, oh, we lost. We got another game tonight. Like the mindset, it almost changed the mindset a little bit. You know what I mean?
Like the winning and losing.
Yeah, the win and lose is not that.
Another game.
We got another game tomorrow. It's like we got 2 tonight.
Wow. Yeah, you see a lot of guys. I mean, you hear a lot of bad things about AAU ball, but then again, you hear a lot of good things about it also. Like the camaraderie between your teammates and. And like you said, traveling around the world, around the country, and playing different, big time basketball players. But is the fundamentals lost in AAU basketball, or? Because how much time do you get to practice with your team and work on your skills?
I think it all depends on the coach and the program. I think some coaches in AAU, they still put emphasis on fundamentals, and I feel like some coaches they just roll the ball out and just play.
And let's go.
I feel like a lot of it is, but I feel like as a player you got to hold yourself accountable.
Exactly.
Whether you coaches working on your individual skill. Like, if this is something you really want to do, like we said earlier, it's 30 picks. Yeah. Should nobody have to wake you up or get you to go to the gym and work on your craft? If this is something you really want to do, you should be self-motivated. Any other kind of motivation eventually wears off.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. The job with the Mavericks is player development. What are some of your duties?
I'm just the head guy of the player development is a guy named Mike Procopio, and I just assist him. Like, I'm just more of a learning experience and just trying to get my foot in the NBA, get my foot in the door. Mm-hmm. So he does all the on court development stuff, and I'm there. I'm shadowing him. I'm doing whatever he needs me to do. Whether that's rebounding, passing, guarding guys in drills.
Oh, wow.
I'm just being a sponge and trying to learn as much as I can, and hopefully it opens some doors for me.
So you still have the sneakers on?
Yeah. I'm still in basketball shorts, t-shirt, and I'm
you don't got your game shorts under there, do you?
I got them.
You ready? He's ready to go.
I'm ready.
He's ready to go. Don't bring a ball in here.
Cotton out here can play a little basketball in here. The Mexican national team.
He looked like he got a little jumper. He's standing in the corner.
He'll box you out.
Yeah.
He'll box you out if you need him to.
Yeah, definitely.
So have you met Mark Cuban?
I've met him, but I haven't it hasn't been no long extensive conversation. But I mean, he's always around. He's one of the best owners in sports, period, and you can see why. He's very involved. He's at practice, he's at games. The guys have relationships with him. He's very involved, and you can tell why he is one of the best owners in the game.
Awesome, man. God, this is incredible stuff.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So what is the ultimate goal for Jay Dee Luster?
That's a good question. I don't know. As far as his career, and I want to be a head coach someday. I want to run my own program, but bigger than sports and basketball, the goal for Jay Dee Luster is to hopefully impact as many lives as possible and leave a legacy here that my mom and people that helped me make me who I am today can be proud of, and just I want to be successful so I can help others. Mm-hmm. So if I impact millions of people, I mean, that would be the goal for me. I don't know what number that is, but I know I feel like that's what God has for me. That's His plan for me. Wow. Being from where I come from and being able to go get a college degree, I didn't know anybody with a college degree. The only person I knew with a college degree growing up was Coach Ollie. Wow. So for me, that's why I wanted to go get a degree. That's why school was always important to me, because I wanted to show kids where I come from, where we come from. Is once the ball stops, if the kids don't see that they get a Division I scholarship, and they result to game banging or in the streets. Because growing up, you look at success as cars, jewelry. That's what you see as success. And the people we know that had that stuff is in the streets, or they went to the NBA or NFL like Reggie Bush. Yeah. So once the Reggie Bush dream or goal is no longer attainable, you go to the other one.
Gotta go the other way.
So for me, it's I thank God, and I tell people all the time, I'm almost happy I didn't go to the NBA or NFL. Some people may look at me and say, he BSing, but I'm serious, because hopefully I could be that to kids. Look, he went and got a degree and he's successful. So I didn't know anybody. Destiny. It's almost why some people don't believe in Santa Claus, or some people don't believe in God. You tell me that, but I don't see him. Yeah. I don't. You can't physically see him. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you telling me if I go get a degree, I could go be a doctor, but where they at? I don't see them. Yeah. They're not walking around here. Yeah. So it's it's hard to So hopefully my story and my path can be a role model and show kids that you can do it.
Yeah. And I can contest to that, because I know exactly what you mean. I mean, growing up, everybody's dream, hey, I want to get into the NFL and all that. And you can have, Coach Rowe, he got me a scholarship to go to college, and, get into the NFL was but growing up in Southeast, it was the same thing. You either had, the dope boys who was getting all the money and getting the fancy cars that we grew up around, or it was the dudes, who played in the NFL, and that's exactly, and that's
doctors, lawyers,
exactly. It wasn't none of that.
Where they at?
Right. It wasn't, and then even if we know that they exist, but they didn't come from where we come from.
Yeah.
The people that where we come from are the dope dealers or the ball players. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you had two, and so I can contest to that, and I admire somebody like you who is trying to build a different path, to show the kids that, there's other ways of getting there besides the dope boy or the ball players, some sort of entertaining, and that's.
And I'm sure that there is some people that done win and been doctors and stuff, but I feel like the people that have done it have to do a better job of coming back and being in these kids' faces and being in these kids' life and making an impact, letting them know that this is a possibility as well. Like you don't have to just be through sports or the streets.
They just have to see it. They got to see the other options.
They got to, that's they got to care enough to come back. Like you said, they got to care enough to come back and talk to these young ones and let these young ones know, like, you don't have to go these routes. There are other routes to go to get to the same spot. You know what I'm saying? To be able to make that money and provide for your family the right way, and have the nice things to give to your kids and to your family, and I really admire those things that you said.
But I commend you too. I'm not here a whole lot, but I follow everything San Diego. I love everything about San Diego, and I see the stuff you and your brother doing in the community and trying to like change Southeast and get guys that come together and stop violence.
Right.
I respect what you're doing as well.
Off top, man. Off top, we trying to, we're just trying to make a better place for the guys, the kids behind us, because the ones in front of us, that's what we were leading to. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to knock nobody off, but that's how they were raised, and what I'm saying. We trying to break that chain. We break that chain and we build a whole new path and show them this is another way to go. And wish other people, can come back, and I hope these young ones is listening to you, because I didn't play basketball, but I definitely followed it. And like I told Coach Ross, I said, bro, you was a legend. Like when you talk about basketball in San Diego, your name came up. You know what I'm saying? Your name came up, and you weren't, you're not 6'5", you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like you got those other ones, Dominique Muguay, you have those. You were the shorter one who had the heart to go out play versus the big ones, and still get your scholarship and do all. Now you working with the Mavericks, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You definitely blessed, and to come back and to hear those things that you're saying, man, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing.
Growing up where you guys grew up, and then you have to know right from wrong, right, and have the discipline to take action with the right way. So you took the right path. What do you think was the thing that Coach Golson had taught you to change your life a little bit? Obviously, you already had skills in basketball, but what did he teach you basketball wise and life wise?
I feel like one thing that he taught me, and I feel like it was probably indirectly, but he always he was selfless. He always put others before him, and that's one thing that I try to take that he's taught me. And through basketball, he embedded that mental toughness and just that fight, that killer. So I would say those are the few things. I know we only got a couple minutes left, right?
Go ahead.
But
Go ahead.
I didn't play football, obviously, but Todd played football, and I got a lot of friends who play football in San Diego, and your name always comes up. So I was happy to come in here and do it. And I thank you for the stuff you're doing in this community, and man, you done provided opportunities for a lot of kids in San Diego, and you blessed a lot of people, man. Your name always comes up. When you talk about football, it's always Coach Rowe in San Diego, and a lot of football coaches in San Diego, I feel like they don't have the resources to really help these kids, and it seems like they always end up finding you and turning you. That's big time.
Thank you, my friend, because I think God had put me on this earth to do that. Sometimes I feel like, man, I can't do this anymore,
Yeah.
But I think He put me on this earth to help others like He want to do. Shout out to Mr. Daryl Wheeler again. When he told me I was going to, be able to interview Jay Dee Luster, I was like, get out of here, man.
Well, it's funny. I've been trying to get him to bring on a basketball guy for a while now.
Daryl,
wait till basketball season.
Daryl, my guy.
Another guy.
He want me to be somewhere I'm there. He been good to me my whole life. He always, been always helpful and helping me, and anything I can ever do to just show my appreciation, it's done.
I think he got baby pictures of all of us.
Right. I got a whole envelope.
He knew about the Pop Warner days.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told us.
He told us,
Yeah,
man.
we had him on. He was our first interview.
Yeah, I was probably better in football.
Man.
Man, real
People
deal.
tell me all the time, like, I don't know why you stopped playing football.
Man.
Well, now we know.
He's following. Yeah, we see the skill, bro. Following your heart, man. You know what I'm saying? Following your dream to go to the next level. You know, play basketball and get your degree, man. That's
Well,
you know.
how hard was it sitting out that first season of football, watching all your boys play?
It was tough.
Man,
It was tough going to them games and seeing Todd and those guys out there playing. Cause that was my first time ever watching them from the
Yeah,
sideline.
Right.
You know?
And then they be at the gym packed.
Yeah.
I came to the games too, bro. Believe it. You know, trust me, bro. You know.
You probably had some of them Crawford.
Yeah. I definitely was there, bro.
Colts.
Right.
standing up.
Right. I
You know,
know.
to sit in that old gym.
Bro.
What a great gym it is.
Right. When you hit the court, bro, no lie, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Jay Dee, oh yeah, you playing?
Legend.
You know what I'm saying?
Legend.
That's what it is. You was like the Allen Iverson for us, man. You was. You was a little Allen Iverson.
Well, my man, I really I appreciate you coming down, talking to us, man. And you're a real influence. You're a legend in San Diego. Thank you for coming, my man.
You got to come back. Come by again, man.
Whenever I'm in town, if y'all need me here, I'm here.
Right on. And shout out to our player of the week, our full gorilla Coach Rowe player of the week,
Yes,
Paul
sir.
Belly from Rancho Bernardo.
Hey,
Touchdowns.
yeah.
With my man Iggy,
Yes, sir.
Armand, El Jefe over here.
Nah.
Homo.
All right, man.
This is the Coach Rowe Show on KBLKRadio.com. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace out.